Deep in the shadows of folklore and the forgotten corners of our imagination lurk creatures as elusive as they are mischievous. For centuries, they've tiptoed through our tales and legends, shrouded in the mystery of twilight. Goblins, creatures of the night often feared, seldom understood. They have skulked through the annals of history, leaving a trail of myths and stories that stretch across cultures and eras. But who are these enigmatic beings that have captivated our collective imagination for so long? Are they merely figments of our ancestral fears, or do they hold a deeper significance in the tapestry of our cultural heritage? In this journey, we delve into the heart of these legends. From the dark, dense forests of medieval Europe to the pages of high fantasy and the screens of modern media, we explore the evolution of goblins. We uncover their origins, examine their traits, both common and unique, and witness how they have been transformed by masters like Tolkien and reimagined in contemporary culture. Join us as we unravel the mystery, explore the lore, and rediscover the goblins, not just as mythical creatures, but as a mirror reflecting our deepest fears, our wildest imaginations, and our enduring fascination with the unknown. In the realm of myth and legend, goblins have always been fascinating yet elusive characters. But what exactly makes a goblin a goblin? Across cultures and stories, certain traits have become almost universally associated with these mysterious creatures. Despite their diverse representations, certain characteristics are commonly shared among goblin depictions. These include their small stature, often not much taller than a child, and their grotesque, sometimes even comical appearance. Their skin tones range from earthy greens to deep grays, reflecting their close ties to the natural and subterranean worlds. Goblins are frequently portrayed as mischievous or even malevolent, taking delight in playing tricks on humans. Their behavior is often unpredictable, sometimes harmless and playful, other times cruel and vengeful. This duality adds a layer of complexity to their character, making them unpredictable and intriguing. Interestingly, goblins are rarely seen as solitary creatures. They are often depicted in groups or tribes, suggesting a complex social structure within their communities. This aspect of their nature raises questions about their societal norms, hierarchies, and interactions. Unique traits and prevalent depictions. While these traits form the core of the goblin archetype, specific cultures and stories have added their unique spins to the goblin myth. For instance, in some European folklore, goblins are seen as protectors of treasures and are often linked to mining sites. In contrast, Asian depictions sometimes present them as more spiritual beings, involved in the affairs of gods and mortals alike. The adaptation of goblins in literature and media has further diversified their portrayal. For example, in J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth, goblins, or orcs as they are also known, are crafted as fearsome warriors, a stark contrast to their more mischievous folkloric counterparts. The evolution of the goblin image from folklore to modern fantasy highlights our ever-changing relationship with these creatures. Once symbols of fear and mystery, they have transformed into complex characters that can embody a wide range of human emotions and societal themes. As we continue to explore the world of goblins, it becomes clear that these creatures are more than just mythical beings. They are reflections of our fears, curiosities, and even our sense of humor. The goblin, in all its forms, remains a captivating figure in the tapestry of human imagination. Goblins have not only roamed through the forests of folklore, but have also found a prominent place in the pages of literature. Their journey from mythical creatures to literary figures is as intriguing as the creatures themselves. In classical literature, goblins often appeared as antagonists, embodying the fears and superstitions of the times. They were creatures of the night, embodiments of the unknown, and often served as a warning against straying too far into the unknown or the forbidden. The real transformation of goblins in literature, however, came with the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, particularly in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Tolkien reimagined goblins, or orcs as they are also known in his world, as more than mere mischievous sprites. They were crafted into formidable beings, integral to the larger narrative of Middle-earth. In Tolkien's vision, goblins were not just creatures of individual mischief, but were part of a larger, more ominous force. They were soldiers, craftsmen, and minions of greater powers, embodying a sense of order and purpose, albeit in a dark and twisted form. This portrayal was a stark contrast to the traditional goblin myth. Tolkien's goblins were terrifying and warlike, a far cry from their folkloric ancestors who would rather play a prank than engage in battle. This evolution in their character reflected the changing nature of storytelling, where creatures of myth were woven into more complex, morally gray narratives. Tolkien's interpretation had a lasting impact on how goblins were viewed in modern fantasy literature and media. His influence is evident in the portrayal of similar creatures in later works, where they often appear as part of an organized force of evil rather than as solitary tricksters. This shift in the portrayal of goblins from folklore to literature highlights the fluid nature of mythological creatures. As our societies and stories evolve, so too do the characters that inhabit them. Goblins, in their literary form, continue to captivate and terrify, holding a mirror to our deepest fears and most primal stories. They remind us that even the smallest of creatures can have a profound impact on our imagination and storytelling. The journey of goblins from ancient folklore to modern media is a testament to their enduring appeal. In contemporary culture, these creatures have been reimagined and reinvented, finding new life in various forms of media. In the world of film and television, goblins have often been portrayed as either comical side characters or sinister adversaries. The versatility of their character allows for a wide range of roles, from the mischievous yet harmless creatures in family-friendly movies to the dark, malevolent forces in horror and fantasy genres. The visual medium has also allowed for a more detailed and diverse representation of goblins, with state-of-the-art special effects bringing to life their unique physical attributes and mannerisms in ways that words alone could not. Video games, too, have embraced goblins with enthusiasm. Here, they often serve as early adversaries for players, introducing them to the mechanics of the game world. However, some games have broken this mold, presenting goblins as complex characters with their own cultures, histories, and motivations. This interactive medium offers a unique perspective on goblins, allowing players to engage with these creatures in a more immersive and personal way. In literature, the modern portrayal of goblins continues to evolve. While the influence of Tolkien's interpretation remains strong, contemporary authors have explored new dimensions of goblin characters. Some have revisited the mischievous nature of traditional goblins, while others have portrayed them in more sympathetic or heroic roles, challenging the established stereotypes and offering new insights into their character. This modern reimagining of goblins speaks to the flexibility and enduring nature of mythological creatures in human culture. It reflects our continuing fascination with the unknown and our desire to explore the boundaries of our imagination. Goblins, in all their various forms, continue to be a source of intrigue and inspiration, captivating audiences and inviting us to reconsider our understanding of these mythical beings. As we move forward, it will be interesting to see how our perception of goblins continues to evolve, both in our stories and in our collective psyche. The cultural impact and symbolism of goblins in human history are as multifaceted as the creatures themselves. Throughout time, these mythical beings have not only entertained and frightened us, but also served as a mirror to our societies, reflecting our values, fears, and beliefs. Goblins in various cultures have often been symbolic of the unknown and the misunderstood. They represent the otherworldly elements that reside at the edges of civilization and the human mind. This portrayal can be seen as a reflection of our inherent fear of the unknown and the unexplained. Goblins, lurking in the shadows, embody the mysteries that lie beyond human understanding. In many folklore traditions, goblins have been associated with greed and mischief. This characteristic could be interpreted as a cautionary tale about the consequences of unchecked desire and the dangers of straying from societal norms. By personifying these vices in goblins, these stories serve as moral lessons, warning listeners of the pitfalls of certain behaviors. Interestingly, the role of goblins has evolved alongside human society. In earlier times, when the natural world was a source of mystery and fear, goblins were often linked to the natural elements, as guardians of treasures, spirits of the earth, or inhabitants of forests and mountains. As societies developed and industrialized, the nature of goblins in stories shifted. They became more associated with the perils of the industrial world, often depicted in settings like mines or dark factories, symbolizing the anxieties of an increasingly mechanized and disconnected society. In modern times, goblins continue to be a versatile symbol in literature and media, often used to explore themes of marginalization, otherness, and the complexity of good and evil. This adaptability shows how goblins have moved beyond their role as simple folklore creatures to become symbols with which to explore complex societal issues. The endurance of goblins in our cultural consciousness reflects our ongoing fascination with exploring the darker, unexplored aspects of our world and ourselves. As we continue to tell stories of goblins, we not only keep alive an ancient tradition, but also give voice to our current fears, hopes, and the timeless human quest to understand the unknown. As we delve deeper into the realm of goblins, we encounter a fascinating array of unconventional depictions that challenge and expand our understanding of these mythical creatures. These alternative portrayals reveal the versatility of goblin mythology and its ability to adapt to different artistic visions and cultural contexts. In some contemporary narratives, goblins are no longer just the mischievous or malevolent beings of traditional folklore. Instead, they are depicted with a complexity and depth that was previously unexplored. For instance, in certain modern fantasy stories, goblins are portrayed as intelligent, sophisticated, and even noble beings, challenging the stereotypical image of the crude and cruel goblin. This shift not only provides a fresh perspective on goblin characters, but also invites audiences to reconsider their preconceived notions about good and evil and the nature of mythical creatures. Another intriguing development is the portrayal of goblins in urban fantasy settings. Here, goblins have been reimagined as inhabitants of modern cities, blending the mystical with the mundane. In these stories, goblins navigate the complexities of contemporary life, often dealing with issues like identity, belonging, and coexistence with humans. This blending of the ancient and the modern creates a unique narrative space where traditional myth meets contemporary reality. In the realm of visual arts, artists have also embraced the challenge of reinterpreting goblins. Moving away from traditional depictions, these modern interpretations often feature goblins in various styles and artistic mediums, ranging from surreal and abstract to hyper-realistic. This artistic exploration not only enriches the visual representation of goblins, but also highlights the endless possibilities of imagination and creativity in bringing mythical creatures to life. These unconventional depictions of goblins underscore the dynamic nature of mythological storytelling. As our cultural landscapes and artistic expressions evolve, so do the characters that inhabit our stories. Goblins, in their various incarnations, continue to captivate and inspire, proving that even the oldest myths can find new life in the minds of creative storytellers. As we journey through these diverse and imaginative interpretations, we gain a deeper appreciation for the enduring power and adaptability of myth in reflecting and shaping human experience. As we conclude our journey through the enigmatic world of goblins, we are reminded of the rich tapestry of mythology and storytelling that these creatures represent. From their origins in ancient folklore to their diverse incarnations in modern literature and media, goblins have captivated our imagination and served as a versatile canvas for our fears, curiosities, and creativity. Throughout this exploration, we have seen how goblins reflect the evolving nature of human culture and storytelling. They are not just mythical creatures lurking in the shadows of our past. They are dynamic characters that continue to evolve with our stories and societies. Whether as mischievous sprites, fearsome warriors, or complex characters challenging our notions of morality and identity, goblins embody the multifaceted nature of mythological storytelling. The enduring fascination with goblins speaks to the power of myth and legend in human culture. These stories, passed down through generations, are not just tales of fantasy and imagination. They are reflections of our deepest fears, our greatest hopes, and our perpetual quest to understand the unknown. Goblins, in all their forms, are a testament to the human spirit's creativity and its endless capacity to reinvent and reimagine the stories that shape our world. As we move forward, the story of goblins is far from over. With each new interpretation and depiction, we add another layer to their legend, further enriching the complex mosaic of human storytelling. The journey through the world of goblins is a journey through the heart of our collective imagination, a reminder that even the smallest and most misunderstood creatures can hold profound significance in the tapestry of human experience.